interact with one's good transition. We know some of the things we need to do.
I haven't voted it.
And this
You can move, please. Yeah, welcome. Namo Guru Me Namo Buddhaya Namo Dharamaya Namo Sanghaya Namo Guru Me Namo Buddhaya Namo Dharamaya Namo Sanghaya Namo Guru Me Namo Buddhaya Namo Dharamaya Namo Sanghaya Maya Samaya Gyumi Shaya Raya Bhaya Roshi Maya Jaya Maya Ga Namaya Kaya Maya Maya Ni Soya Soya Raya Re Kaya Kaya Shaya Yaya Wa Kaya Samaya Jaya Re Yamaya Laya Shaya Tselo Teya Tha Gaya Teya Kaya De Kaya Raya Gaya De Kaya Raya Saya Gaya De Bodhi Soha Teya Tha Gaya De Gaya De Kaya Raya Gaya De Kaya Raya Saya Gaya De Bodhi Soha Teya Tha Gaya De Gaya De Kaya Raya Gaya De Kaya Raya Saya Gaya De Bodhi Soha. Giri Dongda Jiji Kiwa Dam Tene Vechenda Tawat Tuwa Doje Bezo Sujane Taki Teja Tendra Dele Kyo Sa Yige Beje Shuj Meto Tamma Rurune Nide Jemba Te Sanji Kin Mite Buwa Ye Hendo Kuyanam Dava Kyo Shibara Yisho Etamma Gururen Mandala Kani Ataya Me Sangwa Je Che Da Tsu Je Kyo Namanda Sankyu Banda Dane Shabsu Che Dage Che Ke Je Pe Sonam Dola Pensha Sanje Yandu Para So Sangwa Je Che Da Tsu Je Kyo Namanda Sankyu Banda Dane Shabsu Che Dage Che Ke Je Pe Sonam Dola Pensha Sanje Yandu Para So Sangwa Je Che Da Tsu Je Kyo Namanda Sankyu Banda Dane Shabsu Nage Jige Jebe Sonam Dolava Pesha Sanje and Roper So one last. Now we are together for the Dharma session. So for that we need to make a good motivation and a good listening and the dedication. Dedication for the great enlightenment of the Buddhahood. So that's what I need to do. Now, actually, when we do the spiritual giving teaching and to get teaching for us, we need to have actually there are many ways, but more important thing is safe like a sickness being, a safe sickness being. Therefore, sickness being means it's not physically we are not sick, but much more worse than that. Sickness of the like negativity, negativity, or sickness of the delusions. Those are not just only sickness, like disease, very bad, like a disease. So we are having like a very bad the sickness of like in this just unbelievable. We think about that. Then what do we need? What I need? I'm sickness person. General sickness person, they need medicine, doctor. So that's two things. So therefore, I think we are sickness of the delusions, or that's delusions. Then what we need is medicine. No physical medicines we cannot make things better. We need the medicine of the Dharma. The Dharma is the medicine to make free from the sickness of the delusions or karma, bad karma. So therefore, our action is very important thing. Really, it is. Actually, physical is ways very bad, like cancer. These days, cancer or AIDS, those sicknesses more worse than any others. They cannot move, something like this. So we are not like this, but much more worse than that. Therefore, we want to try to make it free from that sickness of delusions. If we can, much as we can earlier, right ways we need it to take off the sickness or make free from sickness, because that's why we have tremendous violence, suffering, pain, unhappiness every day, every day, all the time, coming to us. Why? Because sickness of delusions. So, made by delusions of those. So that's why we need to have the excellent medicine of the Dharma. That's why we are together here. So, try to get the much we can meaning of the Dharma. Even cannot do whole things, very impossible. Everybody is difficult to during this session, whatever says, very difficult to get. But the central point, the central meaning of those that try to keep it, try to remember of that, and to keep it, and to try to remember of that again and again, every day, every week, every month. We need to do that. We do that. If we do that, then our spiritual action is better and better all the time. If we don't take notice, if we got then always same kind of doesn't change person. The example is dead patients, they take a medicine from the doctor, medication, then to see buy the pharmacy medicine. Then don't take it, stay like this. They saw the doctor, they got the medicine, but if they don't take the medicine, always same kind of pain all the time, even pain. Same ways, when we get teaching, when we got the idea of how to make the negativities make free, or negativities try to make it purify, or to make stop. When we know that from the teachings or from books, then we need to do that. Just like a good patients take medicine right ways, then feeling better and better. So we also, when we know the meaning of the Dharma, then we need to focus them, try to learn. So the example, like we talk about, like a desire mind is hard to us, very much so. Anger is hurt very much for us. So when we know the thoughts of the anger, desire, attachment, and jealous doubts, when we know that, we should not do that, should not follow them. Try to make stop. Difficult ways to right ways make stop. Overnight change, cannot do that. But slowly, try to make stop. Also, always slowly, always staying like this, no good either. Or think about it, slowly. Yes, I slowly. Today I need to do, or maybe slowly. And next week I do this one. But I'm okay, today is okay, but slowly. That thing, always slowly. Oh yeah, person slowly. So, madam slowly. So, we don't want to do that. Try to make right way. So, right ways, that's the good word, Bad or good ways, anyway, but this just try to. Then also, which we had excellent doctor from Buddha. The teaching came from Buddha. Buddha is the excellent doctor. So excellent doctor. We had it, that's one. We had it. We got the medication from that also. We got already Dharma. We got it. Try to get medicine not from the physical pharmacy. We don't pharmacy outside. Pharmacy outside, inside. Don't need to pay either. Try to make effort. That's busy. Pharmacy myself. They have it as pharmacy outside, yes. So that's why we are together, okay? Really it is. Not like a show, singing, dancing, like football or that kind of together, people together, and we are together. Big difference. Big difference. We are together only separation. There's nothing else. Nothing else. See, that's the pure ways. So now, try to, how much we can, to follow. I think really it is which negative mind hurt to us too much. Every day, really. Every day. Ignorance is mostly the bad root. Then desire minds make problems. Desire minds bring the anger, hatred, jealous also. Doubt by desire mind. By anger also bring also. Anger bring like all those other like tied to the object, and also like doubt, jealous also. All those kind of, it is all negative minds. How much we are hurting? You think about it. You can see. I think when we have mostly the problems, when we have problems, we think somebody else did for me. Always. Blame, is it blame? Or blame? Blame. Blame so, to the others. It's not really. Not really. If we good, nobody bother us. If we good. So that's why I think it's because if we don't do anything, that's okay. Maybe you doubt. Oh, this lifetime someone's good, but they hurting or they something doing bad things for him or her. We see that. They don't need doubt. This lifetime they are good. Didn't do anything like this kind of for the cause of that. They did do it, but previous lifetime by negative minds. Previous lifetime they did to them. That's a result of that come to back karma, That's what I'm doing. So example, easy ways. Sometimes, like some people all the time telling lie, never truthful much. But people do believe. He or she said, believe. They believe. Why? Because previous lifetime very honest, truthful. They never deceived for the others. Never did. That's why result of that came this lifetime. But this lifetime, deceit to others, telling lie, bad things, saying that's the result comes later. So one life, previous result of karma, bad or good end, this lifetime comes next lifetime, not for this lifetime. So that's what we need to understand. Otherwise, some people think, good practice, everything's good, but that person having more problems, more difficult. Why? They doubt, So they don't need doubt. See, that's what. So now we are practicing Dharma. Dedicate for the others. Really it is. Others are, we need to learn. Others are any person or any other beings. Person is animal, and not persons, but beings. Hell beings, hungry ghosts, hell. Those are beings, but not persons. See, English way. You think there's a person? We say there's a person. I don't know. It's okay. So that's it.
Being.
Oh yeah.
No, hell being is
Huh?
Not.
What is the difference? People and the animals, what's the difference? Name. You call animal person? Dog?
Some people call their dog a person.
No, never. That's wrong. I think English is really wrong. Person.
Yeah, so what about in Dharma though? Is it wrong?
Yeah, person is only human beings.
So you wouldn't call an animal a person?
No. I don't think so. We call people. What is people?
Or maybe just beings.
Yeah, beings. Oh yeah. Let's see. Person and sentient beings difference. Yeah, sentient beings. Sentient beings, animal or sentient beings, yes.
What's the
Very
difference?
well.
What is the difference between sentient beings?
Because we are animals are sentient beings, but not. I think it's not person. Being and the person is different.
Is a god a person?
Huh?
A higher being, like a god, or a...
High beings are being, yes.
They're not person.
No.
But a
Person is only human being.
But
Yeah.
a person can be a sentient being now as well, right? Person is also considered.
Of course, yes, yes.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, yes.
Community.
So I think English is sometimes a problem. Because I understood, really. From the translator, they read it, but sometimes. Anyways, now, others are very important. That's what we need to think about. When we study Lam Rim, we should be, we must be good for the others. We will not harm others, verbally, physically, mentally. No harm others. No damage others. Really it is. Try to make stop, really it is. See, between is just, try to really try to help or need necessary help. Even helping means materially means not necessarily. Talk, verbally, mentally, okay? It can help. All those things, I think. So now I think it's good for the others. That's what I need to do. So because we are looking for to become a being Buddha, that means being Buddha for the others. We are looking for become a bodhisattvas. Bodhisattvas is action for the others. Body, speech, mind, action are dedicated for the others. They are not all the time. They know all the time. So that's kind of avalokiteshvara. You see, avalokiteshvara. All the time, thousands of arms see beings all the time. We don't have like this eyes yet, but always, whatever we see, think about no harm, no damage. Don't do. Really it is. If you do, that's a better difference. If we do good for others, ourselves, then you should be. Others are good for you. Really it is. Karma is the reverse, What kind of you did, result of karma comes like that. You see that? If we harm damage to others, somebody else harm to damage to us. See? If we benefit for others, so that's a result of that also benefit to you. Come back. So that's what we need to think about. So, easy way. Really. Don't use the bad words for the others. Don't think about it. Keep in it. Sometimes we didn't say from here, but keep here not good either. Worse. So try to make it same ways. From here, that's one same. That means that you don't have secret, is it? You can keep a secret out there if you not hurt others. But you can keep it. You don't want to say that everything you don't need to say. Or I wish to have dignity or something that you don't need to say. Necessary, that need to say. But that's kind of, you know, that's, I think, all the time. So that's why I think it's loving kindness and compassion is the main thing work for us. We are work for them. Loving kindness, great compassion means everything all beings, suffering beings are, we wishing for to be free from sufferings. That's what we are doing. Therefore, we will not harm others. We think but others to be free from, but if we harm or damage others to make suffer, then contradiction, is it? A contradiction. So, should not be done. Really it is. That's the great practice. Love, compassion, loving kindness, great compassion, loving kindness, good practice. So that's what I do. Now I think last time, and yet one thing like this. Try to think about it. Really it is, we check carefully. Every day. Many times, maybe 3 times. In the morning, during the night, what happened? Good things happen or bad things happen. You check them. Maybe you can write. Good things one side, bad things one side. So what I did? They make more. Then from the morning to enter to lunch time, I check my mind is okay, right or wrong. My speech is right or wrong. My body is acting right or wrong. I check it. Then numbers. You know? Really? Put it in the diary or something. There you go. Then also from lunch, enter to maybe go to bed, before go to bed, you know. I check. My mind is wrong. From lunch, enter to go to bed. My mind is right or wrong. That means how much I got negative thoughts, how much I have positive thoughts. That's a check.
What about if it's just neutral mind? Like
That's okay.
You're at work. And
Neutral's okay.
Some task.
Yeah, neutral's okay. Neutral doesn't make a good result or bad result. No.
Not one mark one way or the other.
No, don't need. Neutral is 0. Okay, you make 0. Okay, neutral mind and then 0. Okay, so that's it. So then that's one thing. Then when you go to bed, don't think about bad things. You know, really it is bad things. Try to make good things. Devotion to Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Faith, devotion, compassion for the others. Suffering beings are, I wish, so much suffering beings, but those are free from suffering. Included from hell realms, hungry ghosts, hell realms, suffering by freezing and also burning, freezing, and also that's kind of torture. Hungry ghosts is suffering by starvation. If we don't have the 1-2 days, if they don't have to eat or to drink, what do you think? How is your feeling? Those hungry ghosts, sometimes eons time, or millions years, never to get drink, you know, 1 drop of the water or something. 1 piece of the food, eat, they never get it. Think about those. Oh, sorry, what I do? I wait for all those dreams. If myself be there, what do you think? You think about it, you know. In the hell realms, burning, freezing, day or night, all the time, there no 1 second without suffering. There no happy or comfortable place. There nothing. So if I be there, what do you think? Oh, then we say, I will not be there. I want to go straight high up. Then how? You need to think of the result. I mean, Confucius will say, how? I made killing others, killing others means like bugs, too much. Even bugs, you understand bugs? Okay, so if I did those things, killing others, stealing from others, and then seeking misconduct from others, with others, and also then telling lie, all those negativities I did, those results goes in the hell rounds, reborn in the hell rounds, or reborn in the 100 goes to this place, and I'm a section. Then you need to think about it. If myself be there, each of the low rounds, what happened? Then you protect, then you take refuge to the Dhammasanga. I did before, I don't win, I will not do again. Try to make a really reject, sorry, reject, like that. Then if you didn't go to bed, go to sleep, very good. That sleeping is entered to woke up, your sleeping is virtuous sleep. Virtuous sleep. Think about good things, Dharma's way, faith, devotion, or those kind of compassion, loving kindness for others. Then go to bed. Enter the woke up, your sleeping is good sleep. Virtuous sleep. Think about how to harm others, damage others. Think about, that's okay. Something like this, right? Then bad things, the negative, how to kill, how to steal, how to, like this kind of telling lie. Then go to sleep, enter the woke up, your sleep is negative sleep. Really? By motivations. So that's why this really is, these are need know. So that's kind of need to be checked carefully, okay? Check carefully. Without the checking, everything's okay. Then one time, then when we check, then this not okay, then too late. So every day, Kadam Geshe, I will tell you, someone they know already. Many times I told it's new, they don't know. Kadam Geshe for Bekonja. Bekonja is his name. He's very powerful, very powerful, very young man's powerful. He become like a robbing, or what do you call this? Just people straight ways, there's killing others, take things away from the, just, robber, yeah.
Thief, robber.
Yeah, thief is underneath, without knowing.
He's a strong arm robber.
Yeah. Stronger, yeah. He's very strong. Very powerful, yeah. Very powerful. So then, he did like this almost like close to 30. Many years. He's staying by the mountain, by the road, Then people comes, they rob, and sometimes kill, sometimes they hurt. That's kind of he did. Then one day, one very old lady came. Nothing with her, nothing. But he's very fortunate. When you go this area has a bad reputation because Bekonja lived there. Everybody says Bekonja lived there. Careful, if you go through this way, careful. People say that. So therefore, lady know that, but nothing has but only her sake going. Then he talking. So when she go up the mountain like this, from the side of the mountain, one person coming. He like this, That means come over here. He thought I have a friend to go through the Bekonja's place. Someone's come with me, so go through that place. I got a friend. So that means he can come here. They can. Then walk with the hood. He walked. Then later he says, "Oh, I'm glad to see you today. Really, I'm glad to see you." Then he said that. He said, "Why?" he told her, "Why?" "Oh, I so much afraid to the Bekonja, so much afraid." He didn't think about it. He says, "I am Bekonja." I am Bekonja. He died. He died. Then he checked, maybe he has nothing much is but to see, but he thought maybe something, like a gold or something he has. Check it, nothing. So then he think about, oh, I'm a very bad person. I did so much hurt to others. Even someone heard my name, they heard truth, dying like this. So then he renounced. Then he right away didn't go to home. Right away went to one that they're close to the small monastery, meditators staying place. Kadambi very much, very wonderful practitioners there, with the masters also. Then he went in the monastery. He asked all those situations. He told to the master. What the lady died because by his name, when he heard his name, died. And now I want to be purify the negatives which I did, all those. I want to purify. So please keep me in the monastery. I become a monk. The master said yes. Then he started in the monastery. Then he studied very, very strong, day or night, almost day and night. The other monks, they say, "Oh, Bekonja, you slow down." Slow down, cannot be like this. He says, "Sorry, I'm not like you. You are okay, you can slow down yours, but I cannot slow down because my action, what I did before, all those things to say, I'm a very negative person. I cannot be slowed down. I'm not like you. I made tremendous mistake. I made a negative action, made it. I need to purify those." Then he did. Okay. One day, then he went to the benefactor's place. Meditator has benefactors. So benefactor's place he went to. Then those people went to, I think farmers. They went to work for the outside on the field. They work. And then they made a tea for him. But he thinks, this tea is not so good. Maybe I myself, I want to take tea myself. So he made the tea is the brick tea, put it in the bag. So he take down the bag and then almost touch the tea. Then he remember, oh, this is stealing. Without permission, There are no one there. I'm taking the tea from benefactor, the stealer. He hold his hand with the bag, together like this. Then he called to the people outside, come in here. He is great thief, see here. Come quick, because he is great thieves. He said that, call. Then people rushed to come to the house. Oh, where's it? Oh, they here. This is it. Oh, that's your hand. No. Before this one make mistake. This one make big mistake. Now still going to mistake. Chop from here. That's kind of demonstrate. See? Demonstrate. So he did, that's like a stones, stone, white stone and a black stone. When he think about positive thinking, one white stone put on table. When he had negative thoughts, put black stone. Beginning, when he check beginning, almost black full of the table, white very little. Then checking like this, then black one more, less, and also white one more to come. Then later, almost full of the white. So we should do like this. You have a computer, maybe computer uses maybe too much, but you can do mark, One paper. This month, 12 papers. Each month, one paper. This is like a positive side. Positive says positive, negative, neutral. Then mark. Positive thoughts, positive action, positive speech comes, one positive side make mark. Negative side comes, there's a day, negative. So maybe check, okay, how much, how it is. Really, we need to check it. Otherwise, all the time it look like okay, but without a check, it's not so good. So that's one. You see, okay. Now we go through. Those are, I think, very important things. We see when we study, so to get the medicine for the negative sickness. So that's why I think this. We need to know like that. Then, now what is there?
We're on page 77 in the Brown Book, and it's just about at the end of the study of the southern lineage of Mantra Shri's own words. We had a few sentences.
Also, then you remember there's three systems. Yumpapa. This literature, you say it's literature or what's it? Kadang Jumpapa. Classical, yeah, classical. I don't understand the classical. No? Classical books, classical, what is it?
The great books, like some kind of
great books. Classical?
The classical books are, in English, it's like Shakespeare and things like this.
All Pakshan books are classical?
They're sort of like the
By the canon.
Most important books of the Western tradition.
The most important books.
In this case, Lam Rim says, this is like a, all teaching of the Buddha and also commentary of the Buddha. But this is not by book, more tradition of study. with study, that's what I'm saying. Kadang Yungapa means Yungapa. Before then, Yungapa Kadam Lam Rim meditate. Details of the lamas to only know that's one. Then meditate. Then Kadam Yungapa Lam Rim Mengapa. Orientation, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, those are together from when? Lama Tsongkhapa to meditate. Oh, those are three together. We have system now, three together, not different ways. Then, Southern what say then?
We were just about at the end of the southern lineage. And
Southern lineage, Southern lineage came from the fifth Dalai Lama. Did I say that?
Yes, back at the beginning.
Oh yeah. And then Southern, okay then. What say now? Read it,
we were in the middle of this paragraph here, and you say you wanted to do something or something. It was talking about the siddhis, the siddhis of Gyeltsen Tenzin. It says when he gave teaching, white rays of light would issue from both his eyes and encircle the audience of disciples. At the end of the teaching, the rays would dissolve back into his eyes. People saw this many times.
Oh, I see, yeah. Tabu Kezan, what is the Lama's name?
Gyeltsen Tenzin, it says.
So, because when he's the high level already, from the 10th ways, he's like a very high level, almost like finished the generation stage and also completion stage, almost like there. So when he teaching from the eyes, rays lights go through the circles all like this, then coming back, like this, whole look like that pain, like this. Then when finish his teaching, they all back to his eyes. That's what I'm saying, is it?
At the end of the teaching, the rays would dissolve back into his eyes. People saw this many times. Many people were amazed to see.
Yeah, many times they saw that like this, So then those opportunity, students, everybody did see that. And some of the opportunity, who has that, they saw that. Then
many people were amazed to see him giving teachings.
Did you everybody know your page you got it? What is it? Yeah. And then?
Many people were amazed to see him giving teachings while at the same time walking on the circumambulation path.
Oh yeah. His actions inside teaching, sometimes psychoanalysis, same time. Goes out, psychoanalysis of the temples and the inside teachings, many actions together. They does. Somebody they can see that. When they saw his teaching on that, then went outside his psychoanalysis. Sometimes he's outside, but then he goes inside his teaching. So that's kind of thing.
He had visions of the whole merit field of the Guru Puja practice. When he died, the top of his skull had a miraculous drawing of the Guru Puja merit field on it.
See, that's kind of, we understand Guru, that's a very fear. That's picture, big picture over there, top.
It is still...
wait a minute. So that's kind of, when he died, top of his skull, there is like Mary Field, picture of it like this. Images. So, holy beings sometimes they can do like that. And in Drigung, This recently, I think, is when I was came to when I was 16, came to Gandhi, and almost at that time, there's a place called Drigung. Drigung, there is one meditator. Then he's staying there in the cave, and he was staying. So one time Tibetan regime of the Dalai Lama, between Dalai Lama passed away, entered to need to come. Between there we have regime. Do you understand regime? Take care. Yeah. Huh?
What's his name? Rated?
No, regime.
Right. Oh, I thought that was.
Riding. He's riding. His name.
Yeah.
So that someone went to his place. He bought the Mormon's Tibetan dish with a spoon. He don't have anything to cook there, nothing. Then so Angurumbush, his name is Samba Angurumbush. What did you get? I bought from pasta, from the restaurant. If you go there, almost like even by horse 2 days need to go. So he says, I bought from a restaurant from Lhasa. And another time, also Drigung Shamgun, I think it's one of the High Lama in Drigung, the Kyrgyz Lama, that's his. So they have talk together. Then Samba Angun, he also enjoying with talk, so he a little bit late. Just a little bit late. Then he bought a very plush peach, peach, with a branch of tree together. He bought it. Oh, Samba Angun, that's very nice. Where did you get this? Oh, I said, I get from Komboron. Komboron means maybe if you go buy food, maybe 3-4 days need to go. More than that, I think need to go. He went in there. Sometimes Samba Angun, this place, sometimes go over there, other side of the mountain. He walk around. When they see to here, he stay in the cave. That's kind of happened, isn't it? It's very, very great. Jarasambara's lineage of Jarasambara also. You see? And also, he is I think later comes. Sajipamka was Guru Lam Rim Teachings. He became ordained by him, Kapukesa. I think comes later. Then what is that?
The top of his skull drawing is still at Leding Hermitage.
Drawing, is it?
The drawing of the puja field.
The drawing means not somebody made it like this, not.
No, I mean the drawing on his skull.
Huh?
Like a drawing left on his skull.
Like drawing, yes.
Yeah.
Like drawing means the drawing is in a second. Yeah? Like drawing, okay? Then?
He gave the teachings to Gyaltsang Kedra, who also achieved his siddhis through the Haruka practices.
Yes, yes.
He in turn gave it to my own precious guru, my refuge and protector. That was a brief discussion on how the southern lineage of Manjushri's own words was passed down.
He gets the southern lineage as one monk, very quiet. Doesn't look like he knows. Abu Kezan, he asked to the monk, you tell me something, to word by word to tell. I will make details and everything like a traditional masters what they gave, I will tell. He said, oh, repeat, I can't. Then he said, please do it. Then he did. When he teaching, tremendous details and also quotation from the others. Whatever they did, tremendous deed. So public is surprised. That comes later. Say, would you like to read?
Page 76
You read that
Yeah.
part about the monk?
Yeah, but yeah.
At this time, the southern lineage of Manjushri's own words was in danger of dying out because the lineage of the discourse had been given only to this monk. A retired abbot of Jagpo College, Losang Jimpa by name, who incidentally ordained my own precious guru, made a detailed search for other people with the southern lineage discourse, but discovered that only this monk had actually received it. Losang Jimpa doubted that he was capable of giving an informal discourse, but if he did not ask him for the discourse, the lineage would be broken. He went to see the monk one day and said, "There is no one else who holds the discourse for
Only you have, that's me. Yeah.
for the southern lineage of Manjushri's own words. What a great pity if this lineage were broken. Would you give it to me just for the sake of the line? I could then give you the discourse, but this time embellished with scriptural references and logical proofs." And
When he gave to him, they must say.
he says, "How could someone like me give this?" asked the monk. He kept claiming to be incapable of doing it, but when he finally gave the discourse, he threw in many profound instructions that were solely the result of his personal
Yeah,
experience.
wonderful deed. Yeah.
J. Losang Jimpa was astonished by it.
Then?
To my shame, I told him, "I have come just to receive it." Losang said in praise, "He is a great Kendampa Geshe of oral instruction tradition."
Yes, because he says, you give just on words, then I will do explanation and I give it to, give back to again to you. He said before. Then when he gave him tremendous just explanation, everything excellent deed. So he is a little bit ashamed.
Yes.
Yeah. Then Losang Jimpa, yes. Losang Jimpa is the one, the master. Then?
Continue from there.
Yeah, please.
Losang Jimpa himself had achieved extraordinary single-pointed concentration into mental quiescence and special insight.
Yeah. This means, that means, I think, the single point result of the, what do I call, accomplishment of single point meditation. That means accomplishment of that. So how much he want to do meditation, that kind of his mind is still can be kept with meditation. So that's kind of he has power. Then
he too developed these through the practice of the Haruka Body Mandala. He lived in Bangrim Chodi Monastery of Lower Dagpo. J. Gyeltsen Tenzin was a younger brother of his, who later went to live in Lading Hermitage in
Lading. Just so Lading means all of the one of the retreat place. Also cave there, just cave. Then
Lading Hermitage in Upper Dagpo. He often said that J. Losang should visit Lading, but Losang was always unable to get away. Later, while in meditative absorption, Losang saw every detail of the hermitage, both inside and out. "I had a look at your hermitage and saw everything," he told Gyeltsen Tenzin when he visited Losang one day. He even told Gyeltsen of such details as the juniper trees to the right and left of the house. "And there is a big white thing that kept on moving on one of the balconies of the
Yeah, I
throne.
would say because during the meditation he can see when he think about something, what kind of a day, there's a tree, juniper tree, and his window has a window curtain, white curtain. All those by wind is like
Curtain being moved by the
curtain being moved. Yes, those he can see through his meditation. He did not go there. Someone said maybe if he has like that, then everybody says, I think we see. So I think. Then.
And then it gets back to the part we just read about him having the cities of life coming out of his eyes.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Then next one.
And then it says that was a brief discussion.
Oh, this okay.
On the southern.
These are when we see this or when we know this, then we should be. This is for the faith devotion through the lineages. What kind of lineage gurus has power? That's what we need to know. Through these stories, I think we have tremendous trust or belief or that kind of, So faith devotions, we will get it. Then we will get when we know the quality of the great quality of the lineage of gurus, then we can do yes.
So it says that was a brief discussion on the southern lineage of Manjushri's own words.
That's right.
How it was passed down.
From that, then 1 month only, it is almost like breaking lineages, but then small, that's kind of practitioners. Outside didn't see anything, but inside full of the knowledge and everything, Kadampi mostly Kadampi is like this. They says, just like knowledge is tied to not out. Keep just like in the base, there is in the candle, put like this. Inside is very bright, but from the outside you don't see. You understand? Like poked like this. If you put a candle inside, the outside nothing to see, but inside is very bright. Knowledge, when we got knowledge, we need to do like that. You understand? If we got knowledge, something good, not like this. We need to keep it. For Kadam tradition. That's what we need to. Then?
So of the lineage, Pabonka Rinpoche says, you ought to know this in more detail, refer to the standard biographies.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes into the next lineage, the central province lineage of Manjushri's own words.
The reader. These are now to talk about the history of the lineages. The reader, okay?
The great fifth Dalai Lama gave it to Jimpa Gyatso, an occupant of the Ganden throne. Eventually this lineage...
Jimpa Gyatso means, Jimpa Gyatso is the name of one of the Guru's name. Lineage, Guru's name. Then?
Eventually the lineage came down to Losang Lundrup, another successor to the Ganden throne. J. Losang Jimpa received it from him. The informal discourses for the swift path have the following history.
Okay.
The all-seeing Panchen Lama Losang Yeshe dictated the text, but no one ever asked him for the lineage discourse. The Panchen Lama became partially blind in his old age, and when someone wanted an oral transmission of a few important pages of the text, they had to have the pages rewritten.
See now, Panchen Rinpoche also, Losang is a very great master, but as the end of the life, didn't see. That is the, I think it's, we are not, except he made a karma as a result of that. but maybe to show the example for the others, even like blunders, but still to study and also those things, and also sometimes they say, like to show the benefit for the others. That's what we're saying. This other is something. Then.
So when he was to give the oral transmission of a few important pages of the text, they had to have the pages rewritten in very large letters. The great adept Losang Namgyal was staying at Jedro Hermitage at the time.
Mm-hmm.
He read the Swift Path and thought that posterity would be all the poorer if he did not obtain the lineage of its discourse. He bundled up his possessions and went to Tashi Lungpo. He told the Pachen Lama's steward he wanted the transmission of the Pachen Lama's collected works in general, and he was especially keen, however, to get the discourse of the Swift Path. Now, Losang Namgyal was only an ordinary monk, yet he was asking for so much.
Yes, ordinary monk. Then?
He was asking for so much, and the Panchen Lama's eyesight was weak. The steward was taken aback and scolded Losang Namgyal roundly. Losang returned home.
Who did? Panchen Rinpoche did?
The steward, his helper.
Okay, then?
He sent Losang Namgyal return home, but could not endure the situation. He made the request 3 times more, but the steward did absolutely nothing about it. In desperation, Losang Namgyal said, "Listen, I'm not asking you to give me the teaching. Take my request to the Pachen Lama."
To tell the Rinpoche. Then?
The steward lost his temper and told the Panchen Lama while still in a rage. The Panchen Lama, however, was only too happy to give Losang Namgyal the transmission.
Yeah.
And throughout the whole teaching, he had no problems at all with his eyesight.
See? That's yes. Sometimes even not eyesight is okay, but reason. They want like to stop crowds and nothing. They want to like private, They don't want to see. Sometimes if not, it seems okay, but it look like sin. Even mental is not no crazy, but it look like sometimes it shows mental is crazy, because then people keep away, don't come. So that's kind of sometimes need I think that's one. Then
my own precious guru told me this story many times. Nevertheless, Losang Namgyal is not officially listed as one of our lineage gurus. It is supposed to have come down through Pursho Nagwang Jampa.
Puchu, I told you, he was born in Chamdo, is my district, same district. He's from Serra. Serra is the Kamsi also Kamsi house, Loba also same one. You see, then?
And that is made clear in the preparatory rite recitation entitled An Ornament to the Throats of the Fortunate.
Yeah.
So now I have given a brief outline of the greatness of the authors, although I have not mentioned all the lamas and their disciples.
No. Then?
If I were to do so in detail, I would follow the 2 volumes of biographies on the lineage gurus written by Geshe Gyeltsen, a tutor to His Holiness the Dalai Lama. At least that is what my own precious guru said. I do not have the time to do this, But if you ever obtain a copy of the book, you should read it all the time. Now, at the end of any teaching on a life story, we must make prayers such as, O Guru, may my body be exactly like yours. May my retinue, life, and surroundings become the same as yours.
Yeah, this you can to learn by memory. You know, that's, you understand the wishing for. That's really it is. Now day 3 I think should be good. This one.
Day 3. As Shantideva said, I have obtained the optimum human rebirth.
Oh yeah.
So hard to
I will tell you this one. So now all those, I think it's end of the lineage, history of the lineages, and really there's what all those gurus, whatever you have, your form, mind, speech, what kind of you have, I wish to have myself for the other singing beings. This is very good to pray, or really to learn mentally, think about. Every day you can do, you know. Now, day 3, this is the first one. Day 3, Shantideva. Means Shantideva's Bodhichaya avatar. Bodhichaya avatar. He, Rajapamkava did quotation from that. The may Tulatin Dunga Chochilitos. You have it. You have the boat of the human beings, life, the 18 quality legal life. The boat, you understand? And so you should be, must cross river of the suffering. You do now. If you don't do now, very difficult to find out this kind of boat for to make cross the river of the suffering. That's what I said. Now would you like to read it? Then I can understand.
I have obtained the optimum human rebirth, so hard to achieve, but which can achieve a person's aims. If I derive no benefit from it, how could I hope to inherit such a pure rebirth again?
Yeah. May tulat then dunga chochilintos. You don't be sleeping, did you say that?
It just says, if I derive no benefit from it, which could be translated.
What is it, the whole thing finished? Read
well,
what
there's an explanation of
yeah, it should be, that's it.
In other words, now that we have obtained the optimum physical rebirth, we should not desire merely the happiness belonging to this life. Neither should we be immersed in subduing our enemies.
This we talk about 18 quality liga of the look like a boat. So suffering is like a river. So we need to be cross the river by boat of the human beings life, 18 quality liga life. See, this is we got now, but in the future very difficult to get it. So I think it should be. You don't have that?
It doesn't have it.
Then what is it?
Different passage. It is.
Neither should we be immersed in subduing our enemies, protecting our dear ones, and so on.
Okay.
Okay, I'll read it from the other book. It says, leisure and fortune are most difficult to acquire.
Oh yeah.
Once attained, they can accomplish a person's aims. How could they ever be met with again if we fail to pursue the beneficial here? And then there's a note 1 from engaging in bodhisattva activities.
Oh yeah. I will see it. Day 3 is information.
Yeah, the quote is right at the beginning of the day 3.
And this one should be. Oh yeah, that's okay. That's good. So this quality legal life is very difficult to find out. That's what I say. My one, I think another one is in the quotation. This I missed it. If try to get the meaning of the life or important meaning to get then it can be. If you don't do this is to get the meaning of the life this time. If you don't do like this, then difficult to get in the future lifetime. Jesus said that. See? Then, so that means the 80 quality legal life comes later. So we can, 80 quality, the 8 freedom and the 10 diamond. All those are comes later in the book. So come. Then now, meaning is we are having the now great life to get the meaning of the life, great meaning of the life. So that's what. That is, if you don't do this lifetime, try to get the good meaning of the life, then in the future, very difficult to get it. And that Javakala just means cannot be difficult to get. Then, now explanation.
If in the time left to us we do not practice the Dharma, something that is sure to benefit our future rebirths and that sets us apart.
Okay, wait a minute, that's this one. This is on the Chinese. If we desire for this lifetime, if desire, and to try to make control the enemies, and try to protection for the relatives or friends, if we do like this, that can be by animals. This kind of the animal can do like this. It's no great. So, therefore, you should not be think, but then also go promise. I think don't take the waste time. See then. And I also try to make an animal in the safe, try to make different ways. You understand?
It sets us apart from the animal.
Yeah. So myself and the animals try to make different ways. I can do things. If we do something, compassion, loving kindness, meditation, we can do, the animal cannot do. But if we, like the animals can be protection relatives, friends. That's no great. Also enemies can be the animals. Animals can be to control the what do you call, enemies. So that's not great. If we doing like this, that's not great. Great is to learn more Dharma, to learn more meditate, to learn more action for yourself and for the benefit for the other thinking beings. That's what I'm saying here. Then?
If in the time left to us we do not practice Dharma, something that is sure to benefit our future rebirths and that sets us apart from animals, it will be difficult for us to gain such a rebirth in the future.
Very difficult. Very difficult. And the Lam Rim says, like a blonde turtle, I can maybe say here, or no, I'm not, the Lam Rim Shema has blonde turtle, turtle? In the ocean?
It does say it, but later on.
That's later on, okay, then don't need explanation. Then?
Now that we have obtained such a thing as this once, we must take it seriously.
This time, only once, this time we got the equality legal life. So during this time, try to make a good effort for to do the practice for in the future and the lifetimes benefit for them. You see, then?
Benefit in your future lives depends on your practicing this very Dharma, the stages of the path to enlightenment. So you should make bodhicitta your motive and feel, I shall achieve Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. I shall therefore listen to these profound instructions on the stages of the path to enlightenment and put them properly into practice. Only then should you listen.
Okay, now we stop here. I think this is the motivation here. The title really it is see this, few sentences here. When you do, not only for teachings, when you do practice it, Dharma practice yourself, also, sit down like this. Before that, why I do this? Meditation. This meditation is not relax, only for relax. Meditation for the try to make purify negativities and try to make collection as a merit. This way. So we need motivation, good motivation for that. So here is everything is got order. So to learn, okay? Then now tonight that's all I think. So tremendous all those lineage in gurus. Saji Kamakapa says, I cannot hold gurus, lineage of gurus, the great quality, great quality. That I cannot say, cannot tell here. But some he told it. So through that we understand all lineage of our lineage of gurus. Same like this kind of power. So we think about that, then we can do faith devotion to them. We are going that way. If we go like this, when we got the realization or accomplishment of the practice of the Lam Rim, then you also should be lineage in guru one day. I think, yeah, sure. Not always like this. We need to move. That's really it is. Really. We have chance. Everyone has chance. Everyone. Even animals. Now they are animals' lives, but they have a chance to become a being Buddha. Everybody has it. Sometimes people think this time's different religions. They think maybe only Buddhism people that faith in Buddha they will become a being Buddha. Others are not. That's wrong. Everyone has a chance for become a being Buddha. Everyone has. Even like a very negative person, like during the Second World War, Hitler, the Tamimos, so much killed, many millions of, but those need to be prepared for that, yes. This eons maybe need to be stay in the hell grounds. They will not always suffer, that they need to be. If they can, when they get opportunity to purify those negativities, come up, they can become one day Buddha, yes. Everybody has chance. So they think like that. Okay? Now we do the dedication. We wishing for all thinking memory. We wishing for Buddha Dharma, long time with beings. It's only Dalai Lama and the other masters, holder of the Dharma. Those are to have long life. Then practitioners amongst nuns and also life practitioners to have the accomplishment of practice without obstacles. And then in this country and in other country there will not happen, bad things happen. War, starvation, and disease, this kind of will not happen. Everything good fortunes coming in this world for the world beings. And finally, we thinking all sentient beings free from delusions and illusion, and become a being Buddha, by which we did action of Dharma, we are together. Semchu Rambo Che Maje Panama Seju King Sheba Nyamba Me Pawatan Kone Kondo Pewer So Tony Tawa Rambo Che Maje Panama Seju King Sheba Nyamba Me Pawatan Kone Kondo Pewer So Kandre Ravi Korve Shinkamater Pendava Deva Malu Jungene Shere Zawa Tenjia Jatsu Ye Shepe Sindhya Padu Tenjuru Ye Sa Ye Beje Shekhe Meto Cham Rejavalan Ye Nide Jambo Vande Sanje Kendo Mete Bungwa Ye Dokyananda Kinla Shepar So edam nang guru re na najala neyadaya amen. You have still a call. They did take this one for her. During the uni also he has this one. Yeah? Did you see the doctor?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Doctor can't do nothing for cold.
Really?
He tells you to stay in bed and take aspirin.
Oh no.
Drink water.
The red doctor has something for that. Yeah.
American doctor asks you if you have insurance, come back.
I see. Then we, without insurance, Dharma doctor did the excellent, isn't he?
Yeah, excellent.
Anything. Okay. The policy. Okay. Monks, the Westminster monks making the Tara mandala. You can see it sometimes. I think see this Saturdays.
Yes.
Saturday when Sunday or Saturday. Saturday. Finish Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
Saturday. Okay.
10:30.
Oh, that's the Saturday. Weekend time. Okay.
I always take the battery out.